leave bottle anything in truth?
Yes, you
All
must
right,
leave it
that's
there.
any
Must leave
presentation.
it
All
there.
right, no problem. All right, no problem.
Right. People. This, we are back. We are back. This is Old Talk on a Sunday. It's been a while, but people, we are back. This is the year. We're gonna be here every Sunday about the same time, 3:30, 4 o'clock. We don't know because we're drinking, so we don't know the time. Just tune in to the channel. Old Talk is
Mm-hmm.
back Sunday. First one, brand new year, same old bullshit from this team, I swear. But
New year, new set of shit. New year, new
right,
shit.
for all those who don't know, this is our talk. We just talk raw. We have no plan for the show. We just talk, vent, drink, line, whatever. This is what it is. This is what we do in Trinidad. This is what we do in Caribbean. We line and we drink, we talk crap, we drink some more until the
Because we
rum gets
stressed out, so we have no choice but to drink. Because the
right.
team that we support is a stressful team.
Well,
Stressful.
um, let me introduce everyone who's here. Mr. Original, International. How much names do you have for us? International, Mr. Worldwide, Mr. Celebrity Man, Mr. All Around, Devin. How are you, my friend?
You know, I wanted to have a nice, relaxing afternoon. Come over here, just lime breeze, have a
Mm,
nice couple of drinks. But
No,
nice.
you can't have a relaxing afternoon because you
And,
are a United fan. You are a United fan. You can never have a relaxing afternoon.
right.
but
Never.
it's nice to see all your faces again. I wish that we
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
here
Welcome back,
in
Devin.
the
Welcome
mood,
back.
but
Welcome back.
Um,
it is what it is.
and the original teacher of teachers, Mr. Zahir. How you doing?
I wonder in there. I have a feeling when I thought that I can't stay in my job much longer because of the stress that children are, I keep asking myself, imagine if you was Manchester manager.
Uh,
So I feel my job still easier, boy.
all right.
Zahir,
Uh,
just a little cheer you up now. Madrid just equalized.
Oh, thank the Lord.
No
okay.
shouts.
And
Hmm.
then, right, new to the show, Jason Bourne. He didn't join us tonight,
What's
but
up? Welcome.
yeah,
Good
we call
afternoon,
him Jason Bourne.
everybody.
Right. So,
I would like to say I'm glad to be here, but I'm not. I'm
uh,
upset. So you're gonna hear me. This is probably gonna be one of the first times you're gonna see me be a little crazy. I
uh,
always compose.
no, no, okay. So,
So
fair enough.
before
Uh,
we get into that now, because I know where this is going,
mhm.
uh, I am going to highlight this comment real quick right now.
Mm.
Oh God, Kurti.
Well,
Boy, you tell it,
On that
boy. I
note,
didn't.
right.
on that note,
Wait, that
Yeah.
comment, man, that comment, lad, almost as if could be fired up with it
Uh,
before we even come online. So as we say online, bow.
boom,
Bullet.
yes. I
well, on
mean,
that note, we start drinking and then we can
yeah,
discuss that.
Yeah, I done drinking. Yeah, I'm a glass here. You don't
right.
see I drink.
You
Jack
know,
Daniels Gentlemen's Club, you know.
yeah, nice. You know, well, our government have some serious taxes. So I am the driver for today. I can't drink because cameras say I have paid money, right?
Yeah,
So
you are
this,
the drivers. You are the drivers. You are the drivers today, Robbie. You are our driver. You know, you're always my designated driver. Anytime we
no,
go anyway.
yeah, you understand
Zahir,
that.
start drinking more now because Lewandowski just scored.
Yep.
Oh gosh, but good. Happy New Year to Mr. Courtney. You understand? Well, people, I don't know what to say. Well, let me start my little small rant, right? And then everyone's gonna put a rant afterwards. I know people say how Amram was the problem. It's not Amram. Amram is not the problem.
We know that.
No. The owners are the problem. All right. But to Amram is the
And the
no,
board.
no,
And the board.
on the board. But I will say this, right? The day that Amram lost the plot was the day that he chose to go away from his back three, his back four. Why are we listening to these old fossils like Scholes and Gary Neville, right? And Roy Keane. I'm sorry, but what do you win? Name one manager from Manchester, right? Name one, just one that won something of great importance. Just one. I'm waiting. Just one.
Are we talking in England or anywhere?
In England, but everywhere else don't matter. Everywhere else don't
We talking about our managers or just Premier League managers?
No, any
Former Manchester players are
yes, right. Any form of
Manchester players who became coaches, none of them win anything.
I think the only one who's won anything is Ole, and that was in Norway.
exactly.
correct.
And that
What?
don't count.
Who even care about Norway football though? Like, what are you talking
Right,
about?
that don't count.
I mean,
So-
he's part of the reason why Holland is Holland right now. So
Yeah,
good coach.
yeah. Well, there is that. But who are these guys, right? To talk to Amber? Because I remember at least one something somewhere.
So this is why, like, I hate to cut you off in the middle of this, but
Go.
when I see these players speaking like this, my take is you have all right to speak as a player.
Mhm.
As a player, you accomplish it all. Nobody is taking that away from you. But when you speak and you want to say all these things about what you would do as a manager and whatnot, if you love this club so much, why are you
Why
not
come and manage the club? Come and manage the club. Yeah, correct. You're right.
even take on a
Come and
coaching
manage the club.
as well too? Like that's the point where I am with this. Zahir too. Anyway, so I want to see that. Like, if you're not willing to sit there and get off your easy paying job doing your podcast or on the UK channels or whatever it is and go take a roll behind if you want to see something improve, I don't care what you have to say.
No, it shouldn't matter.
We've already seen the coaching track record of Gary Neville, for example. How did
What
that
about
turn out-
Rooney?
how did that turn out for him at Valencia?
Horrible.
But the difference here, like at least Rooney isn't as biased, I would say, because I swear it's like Gary Neville tries to be so anti-United that he becomes anti-United when he doesn't want to have a United bias, that he becomes the most anti-United pundit ever. Every single time he says the opposite on it too.
Mhm.
Actually, it's I've actually wanted to see Keno come in a coaching role, but what I fear is that these players will absolutely crumble under
Yeah.
him. Because I mean, I sit here and I wonder, like, how many of these players would even be able to deal with a hairdryer from Fergie?
No, they would not. No, they would
And you
not.
want to bring in Roy Keane to that?
I think if you ask him how players could be able to deal with that, maybe 3. Martinez will deal with it.
Mm.
After everything he's been through in life, Harry could handle it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Maybe Dillit, maybe Casemiro, but none of them young boys. Nah,
Nah, they'll cry.
they'll cry. They'll both crying.
They'll cry.
What?
Yeah, that's not
I
they'll
don't
cry.
know if Carrick won in the championship because he was with Middlesbrough. I don't know if he got them promoted or not.
No,
Put them
did
on
not get promoted. Failed in the playoffs.
No. You understand? So that's the thing. So I mean, I would like, right? I mean, I would really like if they can all, like you say, come together, right? And go behind the scenes, go in the room with the manager. If Fletcher is to be the person, right, for the next how much ever days, they all should come together and coach club together. Because I mean, there's no rule that says, right, a manager cannot be 5 people. Correct?
Yeah, but
Is
you
there-
also don't want too many hands in the pot either.
Well, yes. I mean, there is that. I mean, there's
Mm.
you know. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, this game today, I watched the game today, right? And
Yes. Let me get into the game. Let me get into the gameplay. I'm waiting to get into the side. Robbie, let me hear your take on it. Let me get into the gameplay first.
Actually, I want to see what you have to say on this one because remember I can't say.
Yes, I brought out the blackboard. I brought out the blackboard here, the whiteboard. So I want to hear Robbie take first, and then I will give my take.
so, okay, you know what you do? You'll go, Devin. Do you want to go before or after Jonathan?
I will let him go first on this
Right.
one.
It's relevant, right?
No, I want Devin to go first. Devin, I know you told me you're only here for half an hour. Let's maximize the half an hour, right? So let me hear your take first, and then I will show you my take.
So it comes down to pretty much Ruben Amorim apparently was the problem, which is why I like leading with this comment. I like leading with that comment because I was thinking, what exactly was the change that we saw after you bring in this interim manager? Where is the new manager bounce as need be? We didn't take our chances. I don't like to call out players like this. I really don't.
Sesko?
No, Gallo.
Oh, don't do that now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't
Don't
like
do
to
that.
call out players like that, but as one of the
Dallo is a right back. Dallo is a right back. You can't call us a right back for missing a chance.
I am talking about his performance overall, not his shot that he put out of the stadium. I'm talking about everything. It was just absolutely. And why are you trying back heels and all this stuff and whatnot to win? That is not your game.
No.
And so it was just absolutely just shocking to say the least. And it was just, where was the inspiration from this team today? And you look at this now, and you're going to bring in this interim manager right now, and what does he have to work with? Because I'm pretty sure they're not going to sign anybody this transfer window either.
I don't know.
And so we're out. So we're out of all competitions now, except for the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
No, we out of that too.
Not out of European places yet. It's looking more and more unlikely, but we're not out of it officially yet.
2 more games. Next 2 games and we're done.
Yeah.
So
we're falling out. So your tactical comments or your overview is that Dallo, who else was totally shitty today, in your opinion?
Sheshko won't get it as bad because he scored the goal, but I thought aside from that, he was not the best. Lamens almost put us down pretty badly with that hospital pass that he did as well. Speak about that. It's the spotlight was big on Kobe Mainu today, especially after everything that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he lived up to the hype of it either. Lacey, you're young. You got to control your emotions.
But that sub and all to me made no sense because
correct. I agree.
Because the boy,
I agree with that.
Right, he hit the post, bang. The boy had a few minutes of a spark. You threw him in again today. You told me that we had Harry on the bench. We had Casimir on the bench. We had who else was on the bench in front of him?
He came on.
Right, yeah, right. And you showing Lacey because vibes. They're not vibes. We are on our way out of the FA Cup, and you put this boy on. And today he came on and he looked like a child. He looked like
no, because they were already in control of the game. So he could have. There's nothing Lacey could have done that would have changed the game. Brighton were already in control of the game. It was too late.
I have one more player to speak about before I pass it on as well.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
As much as I like this player, as much as I rate this player, Cunha seems to be doing what Bruno was doing in the past seasons, where it feels like he has to try and do everything on his own, trying to dribble into spaces, trying to take shots that are very low probability shots. When you could be looking, draw the players in, find another. What I want to see from Cunha more is, instead of trying to constantly dribble through 2-3 players and putting a curling shot in, is to dribble, draw the players in, and when you see that player for us who's in a better position, who's not full coverage, look for that as well. I want to see that more from him as well.
Squeezy pass.
Yeah.
But let me see these tactics now.
Right. So.
All right. So. I'm gonna draw the whole, not the whole thing. I just gonna draw the players that I had critique on, and you all could agree or disagree with me, and we will go with that right just now. Hold on.
So this man gonna. All right. So there's our first people. We have a whole board.
Should we give him full screen for this?
Yes.
Man, take Amarin board when Amarin bust out, you know. Man went to the fire sale and buy the board.
Right. So this is our back four here, right? And then for the Steelers, right? You see now?
Horrible. Now go again. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
Right. This is our back four here. This is Dorogo here. Right? Dorogo left back, right?
Uh,
This was Welbeck here. Welbeck get the ball. I talk much for Welbeck goal, right?
right.
Dorogo saw Welbeck didn't get the ball. Sorry, Welbeck didn't get the ball. The other guy get the ball from here. He saw him get the ball and didn't challenge him. He didn't go up here. So he had all the time in the world to give Welbeck that pass straight inside here, and Welbeck slap it in the goal. Pow! What is that? What is that? You know what I mean? We didn't lose this game because of any, as I said in the group, we didn't lose this game because of Anarim, as I said. Brighton wasn't tactically way better than us or anything, you know. It's the little things like that. Our defense they didn't want to win as much. Brighton wanted to win this game. And you saw that from the kickoff. They challenge every ball. They challenge no matter where in the field it was, in the defense, in the midfield, in the top half, they challenge every ball 100%. They bully their way into this game. And that's crazy to me because how they could want to win this game more than us, I can't understand that. So that second goal should have never happened. The first one, well, I don't even know what to say with our first goal. I don't even know who to blame or people blaming Dalo. I don't know. People blaming Dalo. I don't even know who to blame for that goal because it was just a totally poor defensive first half to begin with. So they want to blame Dalo, but that one for sure, I'm blaming Dorogo because you can't watch a man trap a ball and turn around. He turns so. Then you see Welbeck making a run. Had time to chuck the ball for Welbeck, and Welbeck have an easy one touch and slap it in the hole. Welbeck always scoring on us now. That's why I don't understand why we even giving them space. So the defense were too lackadaisical. It's like I was watching Trinidad play, you know, today. It was like I was watching Trinidad football team play today. And that one hurt me. That one hurt me the most. I was like, wait, boy. I watching Trinidad play here. That why I bring the ball to show you exactly what went on there. Because this is the Dorogo here, as I say. This was the player here. This was Welbeck here. This man at time get the ball. Dorogo ain't move yet, you know. Dorogo still here. He never moved to try and, close this man. This man at time pass the ball here so for Welbeck. And Welbeck just make an easy run right here. Slap it, boom. Top corner. Tell me, will they agree or disagree with me? I have other things to bring on the board, but I want to hear everybody else comment on that.
Even when the man passed the ball to Welbeck, Euro stands up there out of position watching. No effort to pick up Welbeck running into the box. Euro watching out on the left.
Correct.
And no idea about the danger that coming on his side. Right? So there's either a real disconnect in what's going on, because I see how many times Dalo was up the field and then they break down his side of the field and the man will be pelting going back down the line to try to get back there. First off,
what saved Dalo today is because he actually have a little speed, so he was able to track back properly. Dorogo, on the other hand, Dorogo wasn't tracking back properly, and Dorogo's mind was, I don't know where his mind was today, but he was not in the game. He wasn't focusing on defending. He was focusing on running.
Well, to be a little with Dogu, the man scored against Newcastle. He scored against Wolves, which if it wasn't offside, it would have been the winner. So he had some good offensive outputs the last couple of games. So my boy must be telling himself, well, yeah, boy, I hear, sure, getting a little rest. Let me try to establish myself as the left wing back or the whatever all you want to call it. Thing. Right? The man now put a comment there, Dogu is a better winger than a defender. Because he was looking
I totally agree with that. I agree with that.
Now, my boy uncle,
And
Uncle Dalo.
they're saying honor him out. They're saying honor him out, right? When honor him was playing him in that same role, when they was Trini back and he was more like a left wing back as opposed to a left back. That was more suited for him because he
That's right.
can't track back. He not tracking back properly. He not defending properly. Like his mind does be somewhere else. When it comes to defending, his mind is somewhere else. When it comes to attacking, all of a sudden Durgu have all the energy in the world. He could run down anybody. When it's time to defend, he make mental lapses. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about with our performance today too. We mentally look fatigued. We didn't look fatigued in terms of like we look more tired than Brighton. You know, mentally, our players looked fatigued. Like they weren't able with the pace that Brighton were playing at. We wasn't able to keep up with that pace they were moving at in terms of how fast they were moving the ball, how randomly they just attacking. Mentally, our team, our defense especially, were in like a kind of, I don't know like what you want to call it, a carnival mode, I guess. That I said they look like Trinidad. They were just like them studying with night affect later. Them mind on that. Them not focusing. Hey, we have a big important game here in front of us. You know, their mind is boat right later. That's what I'm studying.
It's almost like they treated this like another league match instead of a cup match. It's like they forget to get one mistake.
It's a knockout.
You're one mistake out of the competition. You have to be focused on this. Like you have to play each match as if it's a. I hate to be cliche, but a cup final. You have to that way.
Look, them fellas, a lot of them looking like they done check out already, and them done with the season. Because at the end of the day, by the time the season done, they would have played for at least 3 different managers. Amarim, the interim now, and whoever get the work till the end of the season.
Why would anybody want to walk into this right now, though?
Sometimes I could want to be sympathetic as a professional. That is what you want to deal with. You start that season with one man. By the time Christmas done, is our next man into the new year. By the time the season done, it will be our next man. And then going into the following season, you don't know who it could be. Right? So the only thing you can do right now is tell yourself, let me just, as they say, let me just keep cashing my check every week and live my best life.
This is going to sound bad, but I feel the only motivation some of these players have right now is to try and get into their World Cup squads.
And that's it. That's the thing with Cunha. When you think about it, whether you want to say the man operating like if he had to do anything, and I heard the commentator say it with Kobe. I mean, he's on the field. He's getting an opportunity now. You have to ask yourself, if you play well, are you going to be at the World Cup with England? All of these guys are playing for a World Cup spot. The sad thing about it is nobody can tell them they can't get the spot or their spot guaranteed. There are some players we know who, no matter what, will be on that plane, barring getting injured. Right? We know this. But many of our young players not that secure about the spot. So that is what their motivation is now. And then if you are in a team like ours who are regressing right now, and over the next 2 weeks we looking prime to get we ass handed to we coming and going against international, right? So that not impressing your international manager. So these guys literally between a rock and a hard place. Are some of them good enough? Obviously not. Even as fans, we can all agree on that, and we can agree to disagree on who they might be. But we clearly know that there are some men not good enough. But this club has listen, right? Just on our side note, right? Since Sir Alex has left, right? Manchester United, 2 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 1 Europa League. Right? That's 5. Chelsea, 2 Premier League titles, 1 FA Cup, 1 League Cup, 1 Champions League, 1 Europa League, 1 Conference League, 1 Super Cup, 2 Club World Cup. All of this since Alex left in. Arsenal, 1 FA Cup, 2 Community Shield, but pick a peg in it, we coming back to Arsenal. Liverpool, 2 Premier League, 1 FA Cup, 2 League Cup, 1 Champions League, 1 Super Cup, 1 Club World Cup. City, 7 Premier League titles, 1 of which was under Pellegrini. 2 FA Cup, 6 League Cups, 2 of which were under Pellegrini. 3 Community Shields, 1 Champions League, 1 Super Cup, 1 Club World Cup. We still a big club? We still challenging for anything? And of all these teams, they want to talk, all our fans talk about is a world-class manager, a world-class manager, a world-class manager. Right? Let me stop right here. When we took Van Gaal, you really couldn't argue. We're not talking about the Moyes era. That didn't even last last season. Right? So forget it. Van Gaal's reputation and resume could not have been argued with. Right? Man won titles everywhere he was. Correct or wrong, but I believe at that time he had already taken a Dutch team to a World Cup.
Correct.
Right?
He was the one you met for the flying header. He's the one who subbed off the keeper for the penalty shootout. So we thought
by anybody's definition,
all this stuff.
World-class manager. Right? And by the time he was walking up the stairs to pick up the FA Cup, they was already making the decision to fire him because
yeah.
It's not pretty. Right, good. Jose, come. The man do it in England, the man do it in Spain, the man do it in Italy, the man do it in Portugal. World-class manager at that point in time.
He do it in England too. So
And by the third season, right, Ole followed with him and he take his money and ride out. Good.
Right.
After that, Ten Hag, Ole, Amorim, everybody else, no world-class manager. And we didn't hear which world-class manager wants to walk through that door.
No.
Chelsea, right? Chelsea's titles came under Jose and Conte, both of whom you could call world-class managers, right? Their Premier League titles. But the other trophies didn't come under no world-class manager. It came under somebody who was getting backed. Now, with new ownership, they shut it in the fan and manager walking out at Chelsea.
Right.
I mean, for Liverpool, the two titles, one under Klopp, one under Slot. We can't really rate Slot title because we see how they're playing this year. So he get the hangover from the Klopp era. You get a side that was still gelling and still repping, and they come and they win the title. Right? The Champions League that Klopp won. Good win. Premier League that he won. Whether you want to call it COVID or not, at the end of the day, you had to go out there and win the games on the field.
Correct.
Right? The man went out there and win the games. But they stuck with him. They had faith with him and they backed him. Right? City. We all know we cannot sit back here and fool ourselves into thinking that every single trophy they have won is simply because they have the checkbook to spend. You could buy who you want. If the manager can't get it to work and the players don't buy into it, it's not going to work.
The other problem, here's the other thing as well that's coming into the modern game right now. You're starting to see it with Chelsea and you're starting to see it with us as well. Is when you get, and I'm going to call it up, American sports owners who think that they can run these teams like how they run NFL teams, it does not work. And that's also part of the reason why when Abram said that he came here to be the manager, not the first team, I understand exactly what he meant by that. And so what I'm getting at with this is if you want to bring in these top-class managers, you can't have Jason Wilcox dictating the formation they're supposed to play or saying, or if they say, I need this player to fit this, and you say you're not getting that, make it work. At the end of the day, it's the manager whose name is going to be the one who's on the chopping block, not these people. And so you have this going on. And Abram, no, it wasn't Abram, it was another manager who interviewed for the United position, said he basically had to go through like 4 different panels of interviews and all this to try and get the job. And it's just like, why? So how can you expect to get this top manager? Like people are saying Luis Enrique, now his name is coming up because he said he's leaving PSG. You really expect him here under this and say, yeah, I'm going to manage this team, but you're going to dictate how we play from above. You really think
Nobody.
And that's why Chelsea's manager now is who it is and not a bigger name, with all due respect to the United fan who's the manager now.
Nobody is going to come. No. One counter to your American owners argument, right? Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds. Right? Look at what Wrexham has been doing over the last 5 seasons. Yeah, people think Fanball is a small club and so on. But they have gotten 3 successive promotions in 3 successive seasons. Nobody.
You know what their strategy is, though?
They leave the football to the football people.
No, it's not just that. It's the fact that they bought players who should be playing in the higher division, but just paid them more so the team looked good in the divisions that they were in. So that's only going to work up to a certain extent.
Right. Which is why this season, I don't think they should ever be upset if they don't get into the Premiership. They're not ready for that. Because if they go up in the Premiership, they're going to go right back down.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a big setback. Establish themselves in the Championship. But what I love about them, despite the fame, the whatever, they can't hang in the Premiership yet because they're not billionaire owners. You can't have the level of income they have and come into the Premiership and survive. They will need more investment. They will need more people to buy into the club. But I just love the fact that they understand we ain't know nothing about this game and this
They
tactics.
understand what it takes to win. They understand what it takes to win, and that's what we don't understand.
Behind the scenes and leave the men who know the thing to run the thing.
Our owners don't understand what it takes to win.
No, the next part about this is our ownership does not care about winning.
Nope, they never did.
Correct.
Our ownership cares about bringing in as much money as they can so they can line their own pockets or put more debt into the club. That's
What was the decision?
Going in more than anything else. You think they care about trophies and all that? No, they don't.
And you know when they showed us that the most? Not now, when they had no plan for when Sir Alex left. They sat back, as much as I love Sir Alex, they sat back and allowed him to name his successor because they had no plan. They couldn't give a rat's ass because all they cared about was making money.
The problem with that is, as brilliant as Sir Alex was, Sir Alex controlled everything. And you also have to remember this as well, too. It's right around that time when he left, Malcolm Glazer died.
And David Gill left as well.
And then they started coming in and they think they know more than anybody else. And you see exactly what happened where they bring in Ed Woodward and that started the downhill spiral.
Well, Ed was the mastermind of their purchase and takeover of Manchester, right? But he was working at JP Morgan, I believe.
Yes, because
they
gave him that role as like a thank you or whatever.
Good. And
So
apart from Alex leaving,
all of that, but then he comes in and their solution was simply, oh, we have all this money. Players will just come just because. And you're buying players just to sell shirts instead of actually finding stuff to gel with the team. Then you come in and you start realizing this is not working. So then you start saying, oh, they start buying old names looking for one last big payday. As if they were the same superstar they were 5-6 years before. But they're not producing the same, with the exception of Ibrahimovic.
Right.
But other than that,
well, there is only one Zlatan.
You just watch how the downhill started going, and now we just started this. It's basically a circle that keeps on repeating now and now. And
the thing that hurts me with all this, Devin, more than anything else, which is something I think either people may not have read, known, or heard about, the English FA had to approve the sale. They had to approve the Glazers' purchase, right?
The leverage buyout, yes.
And they did it. They approved it, allowed it to go through, then sit down after the fact, examine it, look at what a leverage buyout could mean for a club with less assets than ours, and decide to pass a law, rule, or whatever you call it, that process can happen after we get our chance.
Correct.
After we get chance. You understand? Not sit down and watch it properly and realize, shit, this is at that point in time, one of the most successful clubs in England, right? Challenging to break Liverpool's records, have a real talent pool and a squad and a legacy, right? Remember, it's 2006 we're talking about, right? Not when Sir Alex leaves, right? So in the height of Sir Alex heyday, with people like, all of the guys in their prime and they're still there. Nah, let me do set up the club. So not that. Set their ass up, right? Let them take shaft. And then we could come after and say, oh God, we didn't know that was going to happen, So let me protect everybody else, protect my ass. There are people I am sure went to their grave or sat down there and laugh at the fact that when they know how Manchester going and get F up with this now, watch them fall.
Yeah.
Right? And to this day, you hear I love the fact when you hear opposing supporters laugh and taking their glee. Right? A man on Facebook today commenting that Brighton pull at Grimsby. You understand? My whole thing is this. Rabs is Rabs, brother. I don't understand. When we meet in a forum like this, or we sit down in the bar, Rabs is Rabs. But if you have that kind of love for football as a sport, you should never be happy watching any club go through what we going through or other clubs have gone through. You can't be happy. You understand what it means for the game.
Yes, because I remember numerous times, even on the field, the small team will come and beat us. And I'm like, what? But then they understood. We beat Ole at Ole's best. We didn't come and beat you when Ole just the lame nobodies. We beat these men at their best. We beat these men with and gigs and this. We beat these men. And that's a big deal. Now it's like a formality now to beat us. It's nothing special. There is no
and that's what frustrated me, Robbie. That frustrated me. Frustrated me.
There is no star to be had to beat us.
Correct.
Anybody, let me tell you something. We can go right and get 11 players and 5 on the bench and beat these men now. I guarantee. We can beat them now. I guarantee.
All you need to do is score first, you know. Yeah. All we need to do is score first with any fed side against them, and they go start to pull. Because they play no kind of football after Brighton went 1-0 up.
No.
Correct.
So I got to run, but I will just leave it on this right now. It is going to take an absolute miracle for us even finishing Conference League places.
Correct. You are very correct, because we are not. The football has gotten worse. The football is not improving, and it doesn't matter 4 in your back, 3 in your back, 5 in your back. You know, it's not working.
Correct.
It's not working.
But
it's not working.
Always a pleasure, guys.
All right.
Yeah. Be safe, my brother.
Take care.
Yep.
Don't know there nothing else.
Yeah. If all of these past players and so-called pundits have so much thing to say and know how to fix the problem and know how to do everything, then don't bother replacing Fletcher. Since we have been on the enemy season, call all of them and tell all of them come and manage by committee. You understand? Call Keane, call Neville, call Scholes, call Ole, call everybody and tell them come and hear what is just for So here what? Let them make the deal even sweeter. Let Keane and them tell the owners, we come in and we walk in for free. Oh God, they gonna love to hear that. We have to pay no manager salary for the next 5 months.
No.
You understand? Come and work for free. Work as a committee of management and show them how to do it now. Come, let me see what you're gonna do. You can't do one damn thing because the type of players that have now and the way football is played now, it ain't when Ole was playing. It just ain't. Right? Remember the legendary story as how the legend goes. That Dwight first training session when Keane Rock shot at him and tell him, oh, this is not Aston Villa, son.
Yeah.
You can't do that to any one of them fellas on your team now?
No, you're mad.
No, but Zaire, hear the thing, right? Hear the thing, right, Zaire? They so caught up in their own self right now. And it's so astonishing to me because Roy Keane and Paul Scholes and those guys, Kai Neville, those are the foundation man you players what we would know about from the legacy team. They were winning, they couldn't beat them. But
I wonder if it's jealousy in terms of alright. I remember watching an episode of The Overlap, which is the show that Gary is beyond with Roy and Carragher and them, right? And the thing about players' contracts come up now. And Roy made a point to talk about his contract, and then I think one of them right or some of them was asking about what he was getting paid and things. And I can't forget. And then they were generally, even as adversary players, everybody was like, but you were severely underpaid. And I want to know
I remember that podcast, yeah.
I just equate that to the past West Indies players talking about nowadays players. Right? And like men like Michael Holden and them say when they were going on tour, you know what kind of money you making? You had no players association, no agreed upon contracts, no nothing. All you know is last time I went on tour, I get paid that. So if I'm going this time, well, maybe it's about that. But you're going out there to play with heart, soul, and passion for the West Indies. Right? And this is what our former footballers is. So maybe there's a level of resentment or at the animosity over the fact that, man, these bitches making more in a month than we make in years. And they still can't respect and play hard. I mean, I could understand that. I could really and truly understand that, right? But guys, yeah, you had to do better. You had to be better. If you can't be part of the solution, and stop being part of the problem.
Mm-hmm. Now I say the way how they speak on all these public, and it's not to say these guys on just podcasts, these guys on BBC and Sky Sports and thing, talking a bag of nonsense about our team, that the same team that they played for, and talking a bag of nonsense because it's like, okay, we know we in a little slump. You'll have a lot of things that the players and the management doing that is not up to your standard. Well, try and do something different. Where you want to do again? If they really love the game, or they really love the club, come and try and do something different. Because especially Roy Keane and all too. I think Roy Keane have enough ball knowledge to come and do a lot for the club, but he choose not to because as they say, maybe he have a little slight resentment for the kind of money that they're making compared to how the new players making money and they're not doing as much. They're not putting in the kind of work that they had to put in to make that kind of money.
Right? I
So
mean,
then for that,
I've taken Courtney comment. I understand the not give effort part of Courtney, and I agree 100% with you on that. Everybody would hate men going out there and not giving effort. But all right, there's a not giving effort. Ask yourself if they was the right men to buy for the club in the first damn place.
Exactly.
That is the whole thing. If them fellas ain't right fit, and they ain't fit the system, and they ain't good enough, and they themselves know they ain't good enough, or you honestly feel Jaden Sancho just get up in the morning and stand up and watch himself in the mirror and be his own hype man and tell he, yes, my boy, you worth £300,000 a week?
No.
He know he ain't worth that. Garnacho know he ain't worth that. Right? They know this. But because people have given them what they're not worth because of what has happened to football and salaries, they will never change their stance on it. Imagine you willing to just sit back and play flicking PlayStation and run down your shitting contract and suck money out of a club. Obviously, professionals like Roy then would be
and
upset with that.
remember, sorry, is the coaches, right?
Could
Not
be saying
only
that.
the board, the board didn't only just affect our coaches in terms of we had 12 managers in 11 years, right? The board didn't just affect that, right? They affected the players that we had too. For example, Sancho is one of them that get transferred to Mason Greenwood because of the allegations with the alleged rape thing, and then them cases end up getting dropped. And look how all those players flourishing right now. Mason Greenwood was one of my favorite players coming up from a youth academy, and he was like, "Yeah, we see any potential with him." He had his both feet. You ever see a attacking player that they could strike with their left and their right? That last person you see that was Cristiano Ronaldo. And we didn't hold on to that player. And that's why I vex with the board now because the board want to play manager. You can't want to play manager if they own a club. Just like what you said just now, Zai, with Ryan Reynolds and them fellas with Daisy owners at that team are coming up from lower division. That is what owners supposed to do. Let the managers, okay, put them as managers to run the club. Let them do their thing because that's what you hire them to do. That come like I hire you, Zahir, as HR manager, and you hire
And
people, and I tell them you to fire them people. I can't do that. I can't, even though I only board at the club or whatever it is. I can't, you hire people to work for us. I can't tell you to fire them people. You use HR manager, you hire them for a reason. I have to give you that trust. If
And
2 3 years pass and then something happen, well then, but you can't, our borders be too rushing to intervene because they're studying money, they're studying how this going to affect we pocket because, we are Mason Greenwood and he going to get charged and our share value going to drop because, man, you in a bacchanal with court and, popularity and all them dotishness. I look at it as dotishness because if you're running a football club, you have to leave your manager to manage the football club under however he wants to run it. You can't come and tell the manager, hey, send Mason Greenwood on loan. That's craziness. That is craziness.
well, I think just as we on the Greenwood thing, a lot of that had to do with backlash from sections of the media, sections of the public, as you
Correct.
rightly say. They didn't want it affected. I think
We share value.
a big part of it too had to do with the women's team and the women's side of the club, where everybody was kind of up in arms because everybody said the man guilty. Yes, we saw pictures. Yes, we would have recorded, right? But boy, I will always tell people, if the man hit the young lady, the man damn wrong. Nothing makes that. But it was clear that it was more than just that. That
Correct.
just woke up in the morning and beat somebody. You understand?
That'll happen.
It's right, but there is more to it than that. And the mere fact, the police didn't drop the matter was dropped because, as I understand it, she refused to continue the matter and press charges and take the matter further. Not that they say they didn't have evidence or he was found not guilty. If the person who has brought the suit says, I am not pursuing the matter, then the case has to be dropped. There is no case to go ahead. And them lovey-dovey fix up their business, have a child and in our next country.
Yeah, cut them together now, correct. Yeah, cut them together now. So that I don't understand now.
Guys, while everybody who passed judgment on them sit down here wondering what really going on. Right? So
that come like me. My love for United is like today, honestly, I felt like boy, I gonna break up with this team. You know, like that one ex, he is always gonna make back up with. You always make back up with that ex. That is what we know. That is love.
I don't have those kind of number exes like all your fellas, you know.
Nah, you see.
No, but I just draw an example. You know, like you have an ex that you want to break up with, right? You break up with she, and then 2 weeks later you get back with she. That's what is going on with my love for United. So that is the same thing.
I don't know what kind of women all you have on their lives. All right? But for me, my own good. You understand? All you does was want to attract these toxic girls. You and Zara and you and I don't know what Babylon you with. You understand?
Everybody who knows me and everybody who knows my ex know that they ain't no way in hell we was getting back together. No way.
Now, you see, now I saw in the WhatsApp group, he had said you're gonna go and divorce the club. Is that true?
Boy, I done for today. And then when next week Saturday come, I will get up early, I will put on my TV, and I predict within the first half hour, when we probably might be down 2-0 or 3-0, I will done again. Until the next game. You could have as much blind faith and belief and support in the club as you want. That's part. You have to be have a certain level of masochism and willing to take it to your heart to support the club. We know this. But at some point, it's not good for men's health the way this thing going. Giving Arsenal all the fatigue about how it's never them year and their biggest claim to fame is they won undefeated season, which by the way we give them when Van Nistelrooy missed the kiss my ass penalty that was supposed to be right. But look at what they've done. They've given Arteta 7 years.
Yes.
During which he's won one thing of note, one FA Cup. But they have backed the man, they have supported the man, and he was no world-class manager. He was nowhere near Wenger ranks when they take him. All his whole claim to fame was being the understudy to Pep.
Correct. Yeah.
You understand? So, whoop-de-skippity-doo. Right? And understudy to always become world-class. Anybody calling Steve McLaren world-class? And he was understudy to Turkey.
And he was a brilliant manager too.
But anybody calls him world-class?
No.
Right? I mean, maybe if he take Jamaica through them playoff and get them in the back door to the World Cup, well, they know what they go say. Right? At least I don't know if he's still in the Jamaica job or if he busts out on it.
I think he is.
Right? So, what we study in world class and world class for, boy? Get a man, back the man, set achievable targets on a year-to-year basis. Right? And that's what you gotta do. You just had to build it. Right?
You know, I just always be the one to be like, I fight in the whole thing. Because I fight into the rest as years now I say in Glazers out because since Ronald Glazer died and the sons end up taking over as the majority shareholders. I have been saying Glazers out from the beginning because it's them causing us to have 12 managers in 11 years. That is madness.
Or
A
could
big club like Manchester United having all the managers in
all right.
11 years. You have 12 managers. What big club and you know that will just keep hiring and firing managers?
Real
None.
Madrid. Real Madrid.
Real Madrid still keeping the managers longer than that because when they had Zidane for a while and then they fire him and then they bring him back.
They had Zidane because the man bought them 3 Champions League in 3 years.
He went 3 Champions League in 3 years. That's what I'm saying. So he was there. That's what I'm saying. So they give him 3 years. How many of our managers get 3 years? None. Nobody can get no 3 years. Everybody getting 8 months, 9 months, a year for the most. School shall get a year and something. We don't give no managers more than a year, and that is madness. That is madness.
We managers coming on a CPEP contract, but instead of about 10 days.
Yeah, it had to be Zaire. It had to be them coming on a CPEP contract 6 months or some kind of thing. I don't understand that. And the hurtful thing is, they coming on 2-year contract and they leaving before the 2 years. And you know what going to happen? We pay them off. We still have to pay them off. So there's money coming. There's more money now that we gotta buy players with.
$100 million in manager compensation over the last 10 years.
Do you think, right? Do you think that is some kind of scheme? Do you think that they get back some kind of rebates on that?
I don't know how they do it, you know.
I don't think so, but I think them fellas just don't care, boy. I really feel them fellas don't care, boy.
Okay. They may not be football men, right? But these are money men, right? And I don't want to think that these men firing these guys and paying all this money and don't get a refund in some kind of way, shape, fashion, or form.
Robbie, you seen that for yourself. Them fellas and them just so honoring expose them is always up as Zahir said when we talked last week. It's always a pissing competition for them now, boy. They want us, who is the ranker? Oh, you thinking he blew them up in the board meeting, he come in the media and blow them up, they fire him. Because they want to show, well, hey, we had the power over you. And that is them fellas and them problem right now. Them only studying to be rankers. Yes, we own the club, we own the majority share the club, so we can make decisions. You understand? And that is wrong. That's terrible. That is not. If you want to be mature about running a club, you cannot be mature about running a club in that way.
Right? You look at professionalism, you look at leadership, you look at all these things. You can't tell me the Glazers don't know how to identify that, because they own
but the emotional, these little boys and the emotional.
They own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFL. Right? And who did they take by and won their last Super Bowl for them? Tom Brady. When Tom Brady was done New England, Tampa Bay went out, spend their money.
Come back and still went on next. Yeah.
Right? So they know what legend looks like, what leadership look like, what performance look like on the field of play and off the field of play. Right? It is just they care about that one because that's America, that's their country, that's them people. In England, they really don't give a shit because nobody cares about them in England. They know that they are extremely unpopular. In fact, I think in the Premiership, barring the idiot who owns Nottingham Forest, the fella who fired Nuno and all of them. Right? I think our owners might be the most hated owners among the 20 Premiership teams. Right? But we keeping them there because we will never, ever, ever as a fan base be united.
I want somebody come and buy our club, boy, please.
It's not happening because don't tell me they wasn't sure if the Sheikh had the money. Anybody from the Middle East tell you they have money? They have the money. Right? Okay, they have the money. Them don't have to worry about where they're getting the money from. They have it. And the man offer you $6 billion and you say no. Because you still saw a way to milk this club for years and years to come. You saw Ineos bringing in their money. So, all right, the money the club wants we to spend, we ain't got to spend that. Ineos go spend it. Right? And if them start to fix the football inside of things and results start to go good, better profit for we down the road. But if this man, we have $6 billion, that is it. We done. We have nothing again. We have to find something to do with that $6 billion. And they're really looking like if we go, no other team in England going and we buy them.
No.
I could bet you on that one. No other team in England going to accept the Glazers as owners right now. They can't go no other league and buy no other club.
No. But they're
Right?
poison.
So what are they going to do? Go and try and buy an ex-NFL club? All they care about is getting money. Right?
True.
You remember there was a time when somebody had done something and they were looking at, I don't know if it was which YouTube channel, but they was watching and showing owners and how much dividends they've been taken out of the club. And always the only owners who were taking their full dividends every shitting year from the club to put in their pocket. Now, yes, they are the owners, that's you're right, but everybody else was reinvesting their money into the clubs. Always was walking away with their money.
Correct.
They don't care, and that's the problem I have with them. As I said from since before, I had a problem with the Glazers from since jump. From since the Ola Glazer died, Ronald Glazer, the father, and they end up Malcolm, sorry. And they end up the majority shareholders. I had a problem with them from the jump because they were just firing managers for no reason. It's not to say they were underperforming or whatever, or they're not giving the coaches or the managers time to properly fire them. You know, you hire them for a 2-year contract, you fine them in 1 year. You still have to pay them restitution. And every year the same thing, over and over.
People have said things and made comments that at the time nobody really realized what they're saying. Go back now to Jose Mourinho saying that the season he finished second.
Yeah.
United was one of his biggest accomplishments in his managerial career. And that couldn't have been talking about the level of the players' part. Not talking about what you're dealing behind the scenes and of you. That had to be an indictment on how the club was being run and how things were going. That a man who had previously won in England, in Spain, in Italy, in Portugal.
He won multiple Champions League. Dog,
right?
Jose Mourinho won a Champions League with Inter Milan.
A treble, sir. Not just the Champions League.
Sorry, you're right. Sorry, you see? Sorry, you're right. With Diego Milito as a striker, he won a Champions League, a treble Champions League. So you can't come wrong here, so with no stupid talk.
And that man will watch you and say, boy, the fact that I could take this team to second is a real big pips.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear it because everybody just write off Jose as toxic and sour and he gone. Right? So once fans not hearing the things they like to hear or seeing the things they like to see or seeing the players that them like on the field, I don't know, apparently the people who grew up with us in our generation watching Prime, Rio and Vidic and Rooney and Ronaldo and Neville and Kino must be figured out.
You would never have a side like that all the time.
Every player we buy now must sit down the same spot them and sit down in and absorb this spirit and play the same way and have the same love. Else there's dog shit or they're no good. Nah, man. We're not on that. Right? We can't be on that so that man had to be slagging everybody just so. I know Devin is a man, he say he don't like to call out players, but he was right today in calling out how men perform today. Right? But if he play bad today, he could play good next week. What we don't have is consistency. We don't have guys who have fought tooth and nail. What going to motivate? Right now, the January transfer window is open. We are 11 days.
We're not buying nobody. They're not buying nobody, and guys will make Anarim come out and say we have to say because he asks them for money, he asks them for a budget to get some players, and they tell him no. And I understand why he come out an event because I mean that is stupidness.
If you are a player, why would you come to Manchester United right now? What project we have that you support? What success have we had? What legacy are we running right now? What championship trophy title that are we challenging for right now? You come and say, brother, if I go with that club, by the end of the season, I have a Champions League.
We not no cup anymore, and that's the problem. We out of every cup that possibly have. We out of the Talent Cup from since before. We out of the FA Cup now. The only thing we could do now is come at top 4.
Because look at Semenyo. He had a choice to come here, but he chose to go City and fight for our spots. He left Bournemouth when he was sure of a spot. Sure. That's his spot.
You was the big man in campus in Bournemouth.
Right. He could have come here, right? And
He wanted to just be a next player in City. But he started yesterday and he
But
scored.
me vex with him neither because our management and our team is just unstable. It come like you're going on. If you're applying for a job, you want to go to the most stable company ever. You understand what I mean? You're not going to leave your proper job to go to our next job and you know that job not stable. So I'm not vexed with him at all.
Players now are not going to want to leave their club to come Manchester. They're not.
With the uncertainty that we have over managerial things, a player could say, "Oh God, boy, maybe Fletcher might see me and like me and tell the body want me." But by the end of the season, there's a different manager playing for, and he might not want me next season.
Correct.
Look, let me ask you this, right? Before we wrap up, right? Do you think that Cunha and Mbeumo right now have regrets, have remorse for leaving their clubs and coming here?
Well, Cunha knew.
You're seeing
Cunha
that.
didn't have. You go ahead, Bon. You want?
You're seeing that in their gameplay. They have regrets, especially after this loss here. You're watching Cunha face when the whistle blow and they put the camera on him. He looks like disappointed. Like, wait, boy, I really come in this team, boy. If you watch it good, I'll see if I can pull up a clip. I'll screen record it and send it in the group. He looks disappointed because he was trying his best. Now, everybody had different opinions on Cunha in this game, right? I think Cunha was trying too hard. As Devin was saying, Cunha was trying too hard, right? But it's not the matter he's trying too hard, He's trying to make an impression and he's trying to win the team a game. Especially we needed to win this game. So he was holding on to the ball a little too much. But what other options were there? Or what attacking options were limited. Very limited. Nobody wasn't making proper runs, and he was just holding on to the ball and trying to do something because he realized that players not doing anything. Bruno was the only other player that was trying to make himself available in attacking positions, but he was getting double marked. So what else? What options he had? Sesko was I don't even know what to say with Sesko in that game. Sesko touch was off in that game. Sesko touch was off in that game. Totally off. From the start to the end of the game, his first touch was off in the game.
The thing with Cunha, I can't remember hearing anybody else who was trying to get him. I think from the earlies, he had already made up his mind that he was coming to United. Right? Good. If he had stayed at Wolves, would they be better off than they are right now? Dead bottom? Probably not, because this side have plenty problems. Right? So on the one hand, you could say you're in a better position in terms of the Premier League. My thing is his frustrations is probably because he has 1.5 eyes on the Brazil national team for the World Cup. And he has a lot of competition and talent to beat out there. Mbeumo could still probably argue that he might have been better off at the state because Brentford in 5th right now and having a season playing good ball, right? So he could probably argue that. I more want to see what his approach is going to be now that he's coming back from African Cup of Nations, obviously disappointed, right? Because Cameroon lost, right? I want to see how he and Ahmad are going to come and dedicate themselves to the rest of the season. Given that Mbeumo have no World Cup to look forward to because Cameroon didn't qualify for the World Cup. Right? So let's see. He has nothing else to play for this season.
Yeah, that play for us,
than us. So I want to see him justify the faith we put in him and what we give to him. Right? So that's the only thing I can see with the two of them.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough. Well, people, we had a real good show today. I'd like to thanks to Devin for coming through. This is our first of the year. And every Sunday we'll be here 3:30, maybe 4, who knows? Because Trinity time.
No, what else, bro?
You will
just don't take a shot for every goal City score next weekend, because man might be
Oh
drunk.
God. Hey, Zaire, I will rebuke that in the name of Jesus. We are not
You know,
going through that.
you
They
know,
can't do us this weekend here
yeah,
and then come and do us that. Normally we will be playing terrible football and we just always come and beat City. You know that? That's end up happening sometimes. So Zaire, do have some faith. That happens a lot. We be playing terrible football and we will just happen to come and beat City. I was so happy when that happened last year.
I'm going
I
to
was
wait
by
and look at the
Dexter's
peace
and
prize.
I was by Dexter's and I was having a ball with my City fans as my City friends and them. I was like, you see, Karan telling me, boy, well, you go and get licks. Boy, he
Mm.
face open big, so if you see he nose skin up big, big, big. Okay, you can't believe we beat
yeah,
them.
yeah.
So have some faith, Zari. Have some faith. It happens sometimes like that. We might be playing terrible football, but we just end up beating the big teams. So let me have some faith.
Gentlemen,
Yeah. Yes, man.
I
So
told you, yeah. It was a nice show. I mean, all of we get to vent.
let me call the show now. Let me call the show. Let me call the show. Let me call the
All
show.
right.
People get a bounce. You understand? So, for everyone, thank you very much for coming through. Thank you to Zahir and Jonathan for coming through. Everyone in the comments, thanks very much. Make sure like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll be back here Sunday again for Old Talk. Saturday, we must have the show for after the game. And I am telling you right now, we will beat City 1-0.
Yes, we're going to beat City. I not siding with Zahir with that done nonsense he
1-0.
talking. We're going to
everybody
beat
want to go
City.
in Madrid? Or let's say we beat City with a goal by Dalu. Come, say it.
Correct.
I don't know about that, but we will beat them. I don't know about
Right,
the
sure.
Diallo thing. I ain't gonna make no gamble on that. I'll make a
Right.
gamble on we beating them. That is all.
Yes, and so as President Charles always say, Red Devils, we don't die,
We multiply.
die. Good